Me? Okay. So it's the first time we are trying this, the lightning talks part. We said to do it only for 20-30 minutes, 20-25 minutes. So we said to the speakers to be just on time for 5 minutes. It's a 5 minutes, 5 slides talk. It was my idea. Time-boxed, absolutely time-boxed. So it is our attempt to invite people from Greece, from company or individuals, to transfer to us their knowledge and their experiences or some ideas. We have 5 minutes, 5 slides, okay, 6 minutes. So, Dimomidis is our first speaker. We are very honored to have you here. So you can start. Thank you very much. Maria can tell a few more about yourself.
Welcome. It's a great pleasure to have you with us. Mr. Dimomidis is a professor of software engineer, a programmer, and a technology author. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Maria. How many of you are building tools as part of building software? So not the application you're building, but auxiliary tools. Okay, a fair number of you. So what I'm going to talk about today is how we can create our tools in an agile fashion. So in small increments and adjusting our way as we move on. Can I have the screen, please? Okay. Do we have the screen? Can I have? Okay. Thank you. So the task we have at our hands is to build a spell checker for your comments. So often we see errors in comments and we want to find them and correct them. The worst example I've seen is comments in software written in Spanish. I couldn't make a word out of that. So your boss comes to you and tells you create a spell checker for our continuous integration pipeline. And by the way, he tells you, let's have it running by tomorrow morning. It shouldn't be a big thing. And I'm sure you can implement it while coming to work. As an example of, first of all, seeing that, you look at that, and in the words of Barney Stinson, you say, challenge accepted. How not to do it? I found a paper that describes creating a spell checker, and what the authors did was to create a project architecture, a development plan, a package decomposition, activity diagrams, and so on. This is not the way we want to do it. We want to do it in an agile way, so early, continuous delivery in small, frequent steps, and also minimize the amount of work not done. Do as little work as possible. In order to do that, I will use Unix tools, which are known for their unusual simplicity, power, and elegance. They also allow us to create code in small increments, and this is what agility is all about. Do small work and adjust yourself. So I'm going to do it in steps. Our first step would be to isolate the comments from the code. I don't know of a tool that can isolate comments, but I know of a tool that can remove comments from code, and this is a C preprocessor. So as a first step, I'm applying the C preprocessor in each one, in the file I want to process, here character.java from the Java SDK toolkit, in order to remove all the comments. And as you see here, this is code without the comments. Having done that, I can then isolate the comments. How am I doing that? I'm passing the code as a second step, all the output of the preprocessor to a difference program, diff, so that it finds the difference between the original source code and the source code without the comments. And as you see here, the lines that go out is the original source code, the lines that go in are the comments. Having done that, with another step, I can isolate the comments. So I'm using another tool, grep, I'm piping the output from one tool to the other, to isolate lines that begin with a regular expression, greater than, which are the lines that are the comments. So now I'm ending with just the comments. Remember, I want to find the spelling errors in the comments. The next step is to use another tool, tr, for transliterate. And here I complement everything that's not an uppercase or lowercase character, so anything but characters, into a new line. The result of this is a word on each line, and everything else gets tossed away. Next step, I sort these words in an alphabetical sequence, and I do that having each word appear exactly once, uniquely. Having done that, finding the spelling errors is very simple. All I have to do is compare this sorted list of words with a common command with the system dictionary, which contains all known words. What is not in the dictionary is obviously spelling errors. Okay, mission accomplished. As part of the challenge, I wrote this script traveling on the train from Neragiotissa to Thysio, so it can be done going to work as the boss asked me for. There are things that we can improve here, such as creating this, packaging it as a script, ignoring code, ignoring identifiers in comments, making it work with C and C++, which have real preprocessor directives in them, accepting plural and the past tense, identifying the errors in context, so highlighting them, perhaps offering suggestions. Many of these tasks are quite easy to do. So to package it as a script, you just add one line at the beginning. To find identifiers, you can extract them with an M or dump bin under Windows and pipe them together with a dictionary into the difference program. For other things, the Yagni principle applies. You ain't gonna need it. So by building it step by step, we find out what is useful, what we can integrate in our continuous integration pipeline, and the rest we don't spend time and effort in doing that. So, what are the lessons we learned from here? First of all, I hope I demonstrated the power of Unix tools, how they enable us to create something in small increments and adjust our way step by step as we go and build our tool in an agile fashion. Secondly, I thought that we don't want to build monoliths, but small tools that can work with each other, and we can cooperate with other tools. Thank you very much for your interest.